Hey guys, it's me Sharice from Share from 2000. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I actually have a mask. Because today I'm going to be ranking the Masked Singer seasons, at least for the US version. So originally I wanted to do a tier list of the contestants. I had like the girls and the guys. But right now I'm trying to find a system for me to show that to you guys. So I wanted something for May. So I thought, hey, Masked Singer May. At least something before the month is over. So yeah, this is just short, simple, sweet video, just me ranking the 9 seasons of the US version of The Masked Singer. So in last place is Masked Singer season 7. Now I believe this is where they did the good, the bad, and the cuddly, where they had like the good characters, the bad characters, and the cute little cuddly creatures. Um, this season was a mess. If I'm gonna be honest here, it was a mess from the very first episode onwards. I believe, if I remember correctly, I forgot who was the Scottish McTerrier, but I think during his first and only performance, his headpiece got knocked off, and he had to like hide himself so he wouldn't be revealed. And then Firefly, Firefly. You know what? I have some things on Firefly that I would prefer to share when I rank her in my female tier list of the Masked Singer, but let's just say I have mixed feelings about her, especially when she won. Spoiler alert. And of course, Jack in the Box, which I mean, let's just say the season was controversial from the get go. And it's good, bad, and cuddly. I expected for the finalists to be one from the good, one from the bad, and one from the cuddly. I don't know if people had problems with their scheduling or something happened, but all 3 finalists were from the good. And like I said, I really don't like the winner of this season, so that's why it's in last place. Season 9, which is the very recent season. Just like season 7, I have mixed feelings about this season. First off, if you guys didn't know, unless you guys are Masked Singer fans, if you look at the poster, like I think the poster that I used for this video when I'm doing the countdown, you see a hen, like a French hen, but unfortunately the French hen doesn't even appear in the competition because I guess the person who was doing it got tested positive for a COVID. So that's why that mass contestant wasn't there. And then similarly to season 7, I wasn't really a huge fan of the choice of the winner for this season, Bishop Briggs. I'm not too familiar with Bishop Briggs other than she's a singer, but I kind of preferred David Archuleta to win, only because we haven't had a guy win since season 5, and that was like what 2 years ago. So I kind of want it to be, like a little bit different. I mean, I like the themes, like the different theme nights. That was cool, and the ding dong keep it on. I think that was good because there were some contestants that I felt should have performed more than once. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this season. It was a mixed bag overall, and it just wasn't really that great for me. Season 3, yeah, I know it's a little bit earlier on, but um, like season 7 and season 9, there were some choices that were made. Candy Burris, aka the Night Angel, won this season. Personally, I felt that Jesse McCartney, aka the Turtle, should have won, just because he has a more stronger voice than Candy. Not to say that Candy wasn't a good singer, because she is a singer, but I just felt that it should have gone to Jesse McCartney. I'm sorry, and Jackie Evancho being 5th place, I think was a mistake. Again, I'll probably talk more about each of the individuals when I do my tier list later on. And then like ABC, I like that type of group style. I think honestly they should probably go back to those group A, group B, group C thing. I just think it just works better. I understand they want to change up the process and change up the format, but sometimes when something sticks, you just gotta stick it to it. So like, is it mainly the reason why this season's low, even though it's an earlier season? It's just because the bad choices that were made. Season 8. I believe this is the season where they started doing the different themes, and I think this is where they started eliminating like 2 or 3 people every night, and one moves on to like the next theme. Again, I prefer to have different groups and only one person being eliminated. You can have the occasional like two like double elimination or whatever, but I there was just some people I felt should have continued, like Chris Kirkpatrick. Come on, he's a former member of NSYNC, and he gets eliminated. He's the third person to get eliminated. Like, are you kidding me? Chris Kirkpatrick, and then Montel Jordan isn't. I think he's the guy that does. This is how we do. Like, seriously, and Gloria Gaynor. Come on, Gloria freaking Cat Graham. Like, there's just so many people that should have continued on instead of just being in like 1 or 2 episodes. But I will say, Amber Riley winning. I mean, I loved her in Glee. I was probably a late starter when it comes to watching Glee because I was a little too young to be watching Glee as a kid. I was like 8 or 9 when Glee first came out, so I was a little bit too young to watch it. But I started watching it on like Hulu and on like Disney Plus or whatever, and Amber Riley is just fabulous. Nikki Glaser was pretty good too, and yeah, and I believe this was the last season where Leslie Jordan was a guest judge before he unfortunately passed away. And Leslie is so funny. He's so sweet. I I just don't know what else to say. I just hope he's doing well up there. But yeah, those are my thoughts on season 8. So season 6 is next, and I believe this is like season 6 is like right in the middle. It's not great, but it's not like the bottom like 3 or 4. Um I think some people have problems with the Queen of Hearts, aka Jewel, being the winner, and that it should have been Todrick Hall, aka the Bull. I mean, I'm fine with Jewel winning. I think both Jewel and Todrick, they both gave fabulous performances throughout the competition. I mean, I just love Todrick doing Circus by Britney Spears. It was fabulous. And then I believe Jewel sang in French, which it was so good. It was so good. And I was shocked that some people were eliminated pretty early on. Like Toni Braxton was eliminated in like episode 2. I just felt like she should have moved on. I mean, it's Toni Braxton, but that's just my opinion. Um, but yeah, there were some pretty cool people that were on here. Like Larry the Cable Guy was on here, and Natasha Bedingfield, and oh god, there was just a lot of people. Jewel, and Faith Evans as the skunk. I will say Jester still scares me till this very day because I kind of have a fear of clowns. Even though he's a jester, it just reminds me of a certain Stephen King character. I think the format was fine. The contestants I thought were overall pretty good. It just wasn't my favorite. So season 5, I believe this is where they started doing like the wild cards, where they had like 4 different wild cards that was gonna be shoved into the competition. And Cluedo, I like Cluedo. I don't know how people felt about Cluedo, but I thought he was hilarious, and it turned out to be Jenny's husband. And I was like, what? I mean, but then again, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be someone related to one of the judges, but I don't know. This was a really fun season. I think I think the overall theme was like amusement park, like carnival esque type. It was actually pretty fun, and of course, Piglet. I believe this was Nick Lachey. Yeah, Nick Lachey was brilliant. I personally wanted JoJo to win because she was fabulous as Black Swan, and her version of what was it Barracuda was so good. And yeah, like I said, it was pretty decent. It was pretty funny, and I think during the first 3 or 4 episodes, Niecy Nash was the guest host because Nick Cannon had COVID, but then he turned out to be one of the contestants. So, I mean, like I said, this was a really fun season. I actually really enjoyed it. Season 1. So, season 1 premiered, I believe, like early 2019, and oh, it was fun. It was crazy. Again, I think Masked Singer is based off of a South Korean show, and they brought it here to the U.S. and all these crazy creatures and characters that the designers made were pretty cool. Um, I mean, the Peacock's performance of The Greatest Show, what a great way to open and start off the series. I believe T-Pain is known for autotune, but the dude doesn't need autotune. Like, he can sing pretty darn well. And of course, you had like legends like Gladys Knight was on there, Latoya Jackson, you had Terry Bradshaw, and Rumor Willis, which I felt she should have been in the top 3 because I really loved her performance of California Dreaming, and I think that was one of the sneak peek previews. Obviously I can't rank this number 1 because it is a little bit flawed, but for what it was the first season, I thought it was pretty good and it was pretty decent and a nice way to start off the series. Season 2, it's kind of around the same. I have the same feelings with season 2, like with season 1. I just like the season better because I felt that the contestants and their song choices were more memorable compared to season 1. Wayne Brady ended up winning. He was the fox, and we had 2 cheetah girls, Raven and Adrienne. I mean, I love the cheetah girls. Seal was so hilarious as the leopard. Oh my gosh, I'll talk more about him when I do my tier list, but I don't know, there's just some funny moments, and I think they also had like the first like holiday episode, and that was pretty warm and pretty sweet. And like I said, I think the costumes, the interaction with the panelists, and with the contestants, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, it's pretty like the same way how I feel about season 1 with this season. I wish Ravens continued as the Black Widow because I loved her performance of Whitney Houston's "I Want to Dance with Somebody," but if I remember correctly, I think she broke her arm because I think she was on a hoverboard and she fell and she broke her arm, so she had to like be cut off soon, eliminated. And you had like one of the Destiny's Child, like Michelle Williams. I mean, like I said, there's just so many people on here, so many familiar faces, and yeah, this was a pretty good season in my opinion. So, out of all the seasons so far for The Masked Singer, my personal favorite is season 4. I This was during the pandemic, around the fall of 2020, but I don't know. There was just something that I liked about it. I mean, obviously they were very limited on recording the clues, so they had to use like animation, which I thought was pretty creative, and I kind of wish they brought that back. And then like the golden ear competition to see which of the panelists would win the most guess. Whoever guessed the most correct answers won, and obviously Jenny won, but I think Nicole won. I think either season 5 or season 6. But Jenny is the clue master. She knows her stuff. And like I said, I just felt like it was pretty fun to watch. We had our very first double contestants with the snow owls, and even though we all kind of knew that the son, aka Leanne Rimes, was going to win the competition when she first saying, "Cause I Love You" by Lizzo. We all knew since the moment she opened her mouth and she sang that song that she was gonna win, but I still had a pretty fun time with this season, and we had so many great people on here. Dr. Elvis, you know, the singing surgeon, and Aloe Black, and Tori Kelly, Nick Carter, and the late Bob Saget. It's just, oh, there's just so many people on here that were truly amazing and what made this season so much fun to watch. Alright guys, this, like I said, this was a pretty short, simple, sweet video of me ranking all the seasons so far for this US version of The Masked Singer. Let me know your guys' personal thoughts. I know there was some, you know, controversies about certain people being on The Masked Singer and the winners. I'll probably go more into detail of each contestant when I do my tier list video. That's probably not going to be till like June. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like and subscribe to this channel as well as my second channel. Share your creations. And until then, enjoy your guys' summer, and I'll see you guys next time.